Hi everyone, it's Katie from Midlife Rambler. A few years ago, I went into the bathroom at work and noticed that my lipstick was just a total mess. It was blurry, if that's a word that really means anything, and had smeared and bled into the vertical wrinkles around my lips. And like I said, it was like just a mess. So I realized that was one more thing that I was going to have to change about how I did my makeup now. And so I did some research, and it turns out it's really not that hard. You just have to do a couple of things differently, and it'll keep your lipstick from bleeding into your wrinkles around your lines. It'll also make it last longer and help your lips look fuller. So today I'm going to show you how I do my lipstick now to make sure that it doesn't feather or bleed into my lines. And even if my lipstick wears off, which is going to happen eventually, I'm not left with this huge mess. I can just easily reapply on top of what I have now, and I'm good to go all over again. So without further ado, let's get to the tutorial. So I'm sitting here with my eye makeup on and some foundation primer, and the reason for that is that I want to show you a couple of things I do to help keep my lips looking smooth and moist and wrinkle free that I do even before I put on the rest of my makeup. So I've been using this product, the Laneige lip mask, that comes with this very cute little applicator, and I just put it on every night when I clean my skin. And I'm going to throw up a selfie that shows what I looked like before, and I still have, I know, some dry spots and other areas, but I think you can tell that there's been a big difference already, and I'm really, really happy with this. However, my lips are never going to be perfect, and that's because I have pretty bad allergies, so I take antihistamines every day. And even though I try to drink all the water, I still end up with dry, flaking skin. And I still have a problem with my lips getting dry and cracked, even in the middle of summer. So about once a week or so, I exfoliate with this Mary Kay lip mask, not to be confused with the other lip mask because it's very different. And basically I'll do this before I put on my eyeshadow, and all you have to do is just take a little teeny bit, rub it in your lips. I need a little more. And so you're supposed to let this set for like 1 or 2 minutes. I'll usually go ahead and put my eye makeup on at this point and then just let this sit on my lips until I'm done. And then once I'm done, all I do is just take a makeup wipe and wipe it off. Now, I'm about to zoom in, and when I do that, you're going to really notice that my skin as a whole is kind of dry and flaky. And that is because I am actually starting out with a new skincare routine that includes retin A, and so my skin is still getting used to it. So I'm going to have to disguise that a little bit as well. Now, once I take this off, oh, they feel so smooth. I put on the Mary Kay lip balm that comes with it. And I won't apply my lipstick until this has really been absorbed into my lips, because otherwise I'll end up with a big mess with my lipstick like bleeding all over the place, and that's no good. And I still have one more thing that I do to help make my lipstick look smooth and polished, and I do that before I put on my foundation. And I'm going to zoom in and show you why. So I'm going to get even closer so you guys can see. So if you can see right here, I have like a lot of red spots, redness, broken capillaries. Like I said, my skin is kind of dry right now because of the retin A. And if I don't cover this redness, then when I put my lipstick on, even if my lipstick is not bleeding, it ends up looking like it is, because all the redness sort of reads as part of my lipstick. So what I'm using to cover up the redness is this product, which you can tell I've had for a while. It's It Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness, and the label's even worn off, and a little goes a long way, because you can see I still have a lot left. It's a very thick, very rich concealer. You wouldn't want to cover your whole face with it. And a little goes a really long way. So what I do is take a very small concealer brush, like just literally like dab it in, hardly at all. Wipe off the excess on the lid. And then I look in, and wherever I see redness that I want to hide in the lip area, I just dot it on. And then I take a small blending brush that's damp and I just push it into my skin. And you have to do this because it's so thick. It actually takes a little while to get it on. And pull back a little bit. Okay, so that's my prep work. And now I'm going to go ahead, hop off camera, put on some foundation, and come back and show you the rest of my routine. Okay, we're finally ready to do our lips. I've put on foundation, blush, and a little bit of powder, so the only thing left to do is to do our lips. The most important thing that you need to keep your lipstick from bleeding is a good lip liner. That's going to lock in your lipstick so it doesn't go outside the lines of your lips. I like this lip liner from Buxom. It's in the color Dolly Danger. It has a nice thick point, which I like a lot. And it's a pretty good match for me. As you can see, it's very close to the color of my skin, my lips. And if you look at it, the inside of my lip, it's pretty much a dead-on match. So this one is perfect for me. Now, if you'll notice, I have pretty deep wrinkles on both sides of my mouth. And the temptation is to just go ahead and draw the lip liner over those wrinkles as well. But that's a bad idea, because what's going to happen then is that the lipstick is going to bleed out through the sides onto the side of my face. So instead, what I tend to do is I don't go all the way to the edge of my lips. I close my mouth. I'm not going to do that now because I'm talking. And draw down to just in front of this lip. And then do the same with the bottom. I'm not a huge fan of overdrawing your lips because I think that can also make your lipstick bleed, but I do ever so slightly on the bottom overdraw this. And so I can't talk while I'm doing this, so I'm going to just close my mouth and do it now. So a couple of quick things. First, my skin is really dry and flaky from the Retin-A, so I'm going to have to redo this video when my skin gets back in better shape. But in the meantime, I want you guys to see that. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and fill in the rest of my lips so that the lip liner acts as a kind of primer for my lipstick. So, okay, I've got the liner on, and as you can see, I could actually go ahead and put in just a little gloss or a little lip balm and go out now just the way it is. But for extra oomph, today I'm going to add a lipstick. Now, the type of lipstick you choose is very important. If you choose something that's real soft, real glossy, it can slide around and end up going outside your lip line. So what I like to do is to use a liquid lipstick in a sort of matte finish. And the lipstick that I'm really loving right now is this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. And this is in the color Lover, which is pretty close to my regular color, just a little brighter. And these guys will stay on until you take it off. All right, let's go ahead and do it. It has a nice applicator, and all I need to do is just cover the lip liner that I've already done. So a lot of times at this point, let me make sure it's not stuck on my teeth. You guys know this trick? It really works. At this point, I would probably just go ahead and let this dry and then maybe put a little balm on it. But if I really want to make sure that my lipstick lasts for a long time, then I do the old blot and reapply trick. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take a tissue, blot it down, and then put on another coat of the lipstick. If you want to add some shine or gloss, you definitely can put something on top of this, but give it a few minutes to let it dry before you add. Like right now, I can still feel that this is really sticky, and if I put some balm or anything on top of it, then it's going to cause my lipstick to slide around. So I'm going to give this like a couple of seconds. I'm going to go off camera actually and let it go for like a minute or so and then let it dry. Okay, the lipstick is dry now. It's set nicely and it's not going anywhere. But if I want to, I can add even one more step to make sure that everything is going to stay in place. And that is to take a tiny bit of concealer, a tiny brush, and take some of the concealer on your brush. And then we're going to use this to line outside our liner so that it'll really have a barrier that it has to get by to get to our wrinkles. And then I take my small blender brush again and just push it in. And I got a little of the concealer on my lips, so I'm going to touch up those parts. And let them dry again. So I can add some extra shine with a little lip balm to make everything look moist, or use something like this, which is the Laneige lip gloss. And you don't want to use too much of this, and you don't want to put it all over your lips. So what I do is take just this tiniest little bit and dab it in the middle of my lips, on the bottom, and on top. And then I'm going to use my finger to feather it out. And I am set for the day. So I actually have a pretty big day ahead of me. I'm going to come back in a few hours and let's see together how the lipstick is held up. Hi, so I'm back. I've had a full afternoon. I met a friend for lunch where I, of course, ate and drank. I came back home, took my dog for a walk outside in the 90-degree heat here in Atlanta, did some work for a while, and then decided to pop in and see how my lipstick was doing. And I'm going to have to say, I'm really impressed. My lipstick has not bled, it has not feathered, the color is still strong. I think that's because I put on 2 coats of the lipstick. You can even see the lip gloss that I applied on as a last step. So these tips really do work. And you know what? I can't say enough good things about the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Lipstick. It has stayed on beautifully. I'm going to get a bunch more colors and keep trying them out. Every time I've used it, I've been really pleased with it, and I want to say that it's like $7. It's certainly under $10, and so that is just a total bargain. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some tips that were useful. If you want to see any other videos, or if you have any questions or things you'd like me to clarify, please let me know. and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.